Oh, that's kind of okay. Okay. But it did add towards my achievements. Oh well. Go to the cabin. Proceed to the cabin. Take the blade. Enter the basement. I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Sure.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
Sure thing.
It's a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine.
Oh, I will though. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor. Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Do you know I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
Not really. No, I'm gonna lie.
You're lying.
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
I guess. Pretty awkward.
I know.
But we've heard that before.
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Oh, are you now?
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
Okay, we heard all that. Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Let's see.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way.
Okay, you heard that. Turn to the bottom.
You make your way back to the bottom of the steps.
Heard that. Oh, now I can only slay the princess? Oh, maybe because I already exhausted that option. Okay. That might be it. Okay, stabby stab.
Without hesitation, you bring
Oh.
the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
So maybe I can only do each choice once. Okay, okay, that makes it interesting.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver.
Look at those eyes. That's determination.
As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the princess.
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once...
Countless? I see two.
She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive?
A valiant
I
sacrifice.
think this is what I wanted to happen. I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
And I still die?
Was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Absolutely not.
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the...
Yeah, I heard that before. Heard that before. Proceed. Any new voices in my head?
She will lying and cheating doesn't
Stubborn.
sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Time for another brawl.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I gotcha. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the...
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here...
Yeah, slaying it would do a favor.
Is that another challenger? Finally.
Oh, now she wants to fight. Now she wants to have a brawl.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Let's give her that wish.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Oh yeah.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Can't we have both?
As you descend the final step, the form
good
of the
lord.
princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Stop. I can only get so hard.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Please step on me.
It's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Oh my god, yes, please. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
Okay, that could have some different implications.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Still want to talk a little more. Have some pre-match banter.
Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing?
Oh, come on, really?
Maybe. You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while.
Yeah, right.
Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. But enough is enough. I believe you. And that's all the more reason to take this seriously.
I guess.
No, the Whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Not sure if I trust you on that.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the
Your world, not our world? Okay.
Parallel universe the second we die.
Okay, interesting. Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy.
You're joking, right? I'm just going to pretend that you're joking.
Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Okay. Don't know what happened to you since last time we met, but I'm not fighting. Yeah. Okay. Kill! I just haven't decided what I'm doing yet.
You haven't decided? We talked more than enough last time. Do you really have anything else to say? Or are you just stalling because you're scared I'm going to kill you? If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But you should come a little closer first.
I mean, you do want to have a fair fight, right? Okay, attack.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Some newfound vigor.
All right.
Now that I've got the voice of the fighter inside me.
Across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
Yikes.
You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Oh, she's free now.
She looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Didn't put up much of a fight.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge,
Okay.
but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Strike at her heart head on.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
Not sure about that.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Have you tried using those fingernails of you? Unlodge the blade.
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee.
Yikes.
It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully. But you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. but you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
Yikes, like how much punishment can I actually
This
receive?
little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
I feel like overpowering is the only
Like a ragdoll,
method.
I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
I mean, when I said, please crush my head, I was referring to your thighs, not your hand, but okay. Oh.
Pressure
Ugh.
unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything
Ugh.
goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Wasn't afraid. Come on.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We
Oh, the hunter is back.
You didn't have enough of it.
Okay.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning?
He's just playing dumb.
Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Of course.
Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
Looks more like a cave or tunnel or something.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence is poured onto our world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further.
She's just gonna be a huge ass demon now.
It's changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
What happens next? It seems like all our answers are in the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
I'm kinda scared what awaits us at the
No last
cabin.
advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us.
Could you maybe speak up a little bit? It's really hard to hear you over the durr.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A
pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. See,
Yes, I need it.
we have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
Take it. Yeah, I already know that the mirror is
It
all in our head.
To slay the princess and say, good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You do see it, right? All we see is a damned mirror. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Oh, now we can smash it. Yeah, sure, smash it. And by smashing it, we smash the door and make for a grand entrance.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
Boss fight time.
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Oh, here we go.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
You sure you still want us to fight?
Dead certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
Oh, then a fight you shall get.
Closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
No, I'm facing her here.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her. You turn to face
good lord.
the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess,
Yep.
imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us. Stand beyond her chains.
Nah, I'm standing my ground.
Frenzied. She'll break them. And we run. I really don't like the sound of this.
Absolutely not.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Attack! Slay the princess.
Change your plans, boys. Impatient. This is her home, not ours. You're going to let her kill us. You charge headlong into the princess, blade flashing in the dim light of the basement.
Yes, 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 yes! Finally, you get it!
For a moment, the scales feel balanced, each of you inflicting debilitating wounds on the other, striking in a dizzying synchronicity. But it isn't long before they tip in her favor. The cuts and bruises you've inflicted seem little more than superficial, barely so much as slowing her down as she continues her onslaught.
Go for the heart.
You, in contrast, are finding it harder to stand as your body gradually becomes less responsive, less powerful, less stable. You can tell she's trying to make it last, but all it would take is one meaningful strike, the coup de grace.
This was good, but you could have been so much better. I'm beyond you now.
Here it comes.
Oh, here it comes.
I'll see you all on the other side.
Back into the nothingness. But the other side doesn't come. Nor will it ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
When goes that?
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right.
That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay, interesting. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I think he's like... Our world here is literally just a story, like on paper. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? Yeah, I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Okay, so it's time already. Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
Okay.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay, here we go. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
True. Ready to go back, ready to go jump scared. Oh, here it comes.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Ultimate Despair Live.